Hello. Did you know that the word work isn't work, but work, and that the word walk isn't walk, but walk. Well, apparently, I pronounced these two words the last time I made this video. Well, actually, the whole time I learned how to speak in English, I pronounced these two words completely wrongly. Work is work, and walk is walk. So you say walking and not walking, and you say working and not walking. Because I essentially, every time I used to say the word walking, this word, it always sounded like walking. Like every time I said these two words, there wasn't any difference in my pronunciation. And when I got the chance to talk to British or American, or people whose native language is English, they never understand what I was actually talking about. Either if I was talking about work or walk. Working, walking. I always said walking, walking, working, walking. There was almost no difference in these two words. But the point is, I'm not trying to teach you English today, but it was just something interesting I found out these days. In the video of today, I'm trying to answer a bigger question. If I should sell my luxury watches in order to finance my finance the celebration of my marriage, because I'm getting married this summer. Well, I got two luxury watches, actually 3, but one I found out it was fake, unfortunately. Yeah. And that's the reason why I bought the other 2 at the dealership and not on the internet, as I did with my first ever luxury watch. So the 2 watches I'm thinking about selling are actually these 2. I'm wearing them right now. So I hope it's focusing on my watch. So the Tudor and the Breitling Super Ocean. I'm wearing another one too. It's my mom used to wear till she died. So that's my mom's watch. This is the Tudor, and this is the Breitling Super Ocean. Yeah, it's kind of very, 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 very difficult to focus on these two watches. Trying to zoom in. Well, my camera is falling down, of course. Well, the question is, should I sell these watches or not? And the question is quite difficult actually to answer, because for this one I paid 2021 as it came out for the Tudor Chrono Panda version. I paid, no, that's the reverse Panda actually. I paid 4,900 Swiss francs. And for the Breitling Super Ocean 44, I paid, this is the previous version, the newer version looks completely different. I think this one looks much better. Well, for this watch I paid 3,600 Swiss francs. Well, there's no way I'm gonna get my money back. But if you consider I wore these watches for approximately 2 years, almost every day, 2 to 3 years, almost every day, and to walk too as well. Well, I can't. Well, they aren't new anymore. They're well worn, and I should probably change the battery on my camera as well. Well, I think for the Tudor one, I'm gonna get about from 2,000 to 2,500 Swiss francs, and for the Breitling from 1,500 to 1,800. Yeah, Swiss francs. Well, it's a tough world, that of the luxury watches. So if you're not planning on to keep your luxury watches forever, I don't advise you to buy them. But if you consider the fact that I wore these watches for about for approximately 3 years, it's kind of a good deal if I sell them now, because I heard of internet services that offer websites that offer you the chance of renting luxury watches, because they're so expensive and lots of people can't afford them, so there are lots of customers who decide to just rent them for a period of time, just like you rent a car. So to consider the renting cost of these watches, well, I didn't actually these videos are completely unscripted, so I have almost no idea what I'm talking about, but I hope you can keep up with what I'm saying. To consider the renting price cost of these watches, and that I can get from 3,000 to 4,000 Swiss francs back. Well, it's actually a good deal. Well, I'm wearing both of them. First of all, to show you how they look like on my wrist, and secondly, to understand which of these watches is the most comfortable one to wear. Well, the Tudor one is the most comfortable one, I have to say, next to the Casio one. That's the best overall. I wore it for 1 week on my wrist, working, and it was quite an experience. I never actually felt the watch on my wrist. But I'm looking in that direction because there are some deers walking by. Yeah, that's why I love so much walking into the woods. Yeah. This watch, unfortunately, has a big problem. I show it to you. Caused by myself. Look at it, how beautiful this is. I'm trying to zoom in. It's a wonderful watch. But if you look at the back, trying to focusing on the watch. No. Almost impossible. Yeah, now you can see it sort of. Why is it so difficult? That's as good as I can get. But if you look at the back of the watch, well, I took my Swiss Army knife. That's becoming very frustrating. I took my Swiss Army knife oh god. I took my Swiss Army knife and I engraved Viva la vita è bella on the watch and a date. I don't know if you can see it. April 2022. Yeah, April 2022. And my name. So this watch is basically ruined, and that's a big problem now, because I don't know if I can sell it, but since it's quite supple, the metal is very supple, you almost don't feel it at the wrist, and it's being the most precious one I got, the most elegant, the most nicer one, actually. I think, I don't know, I have a feeling that I'm gonna keep this watch and selling this one, because every time I wear it I feel it on the wrist, and it's not a pleasant sensation. First of all, it always sticks out of my, how do you call it, out of my, this thing, out of the jacket, out of the shirt and so on. And it always comes in the way. Whereas this one, it almost goes away. And another nice thing about this watch, it's a chrono, but it's at 200 meters water resistance. 200 meters water resistance. This one it's 1,000 meters. That's a proper dive watch, whereas this is a chrono, sports chrono, but with 200 meters of water resistance. I think I'm gonna keep this watch. The only nice watch I'm gonna have, probably. I'm gonna sell this one. But it's a very tough choice, actually. Very tough. I have no idea what I'm gonna do. But the point is, what I'm trying to answer these days is, should I sell my most valuable stuff? Yeah, my camera is gonna fall on the ground. Yeah. Okay. Well, last second I rescued my camera. Nice, because it was going to fall down. Yeah, the question is, should I sell my most valuable stuff? Yes. Or should I not sell my most valuable stuff? No, I have no idea. Well, I already started to sell something. The point is, I want to learn to let go of stuff I don't need anymore. That's a very difficult task. Very difficult one. I always struggle into getting rid of things I don't need to. It's the same reason why I worked at McDonald's for 4 years long and at the supermarket for 2.5 years. Even though somebody's calling, even though those two jobs almost ruined my life with burnout. And yeah, well, I have no idea. Well, I'm glad I had those two jobs because I learned everything I know today about life, about working, about being a hard-working man and so on. The importance of hard work, and that hard work, that I earn money in order to explore my affinities, my hobbies, well, I'm glad I had those two jobs, even though they kinda took a toll onto my life. That's the point. I want to keep training the skill of letting go of things I don't need anymore, regardless if these things are good for me or not. There's another deer over there. Actually two days. 3 days. I'm trying to yeah, that's the point. Getting rid of your stuff. Of stuff like this. Of stuff that you don't really need. Stuff like this. You don't really need this stuff. These things. You don't really need them. So why do we keep buying this stuff? That's the reason. Now I'm trying to. That's the reason of this, the motivation of this video. Now I want you to see the deers. Just bear with me. Unfortunately, I was too slow, way too slow to get a shot of the deers, but they're right there, somewhere there. And they saw me, and they, of course, decided to hide from me. But they're right there, because actually I'm in the territory of deers, of wild deers. When I get you a view of where I am right now. I love it. I just love it. Well, I hope you had the chance to understand what my troubles are right now, and give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you wanna get along with my life, and if you think that what I'm saying can somehow benefit your life as well. Yeah. Thank you so much for looking at this video till here, and wish you a great day. Bye.